slow your team's momentum. So just go ahead and find another way to get to the basket.
Looking to go to 12-1. Rose with a comeback and a win would clinch the 2 seed. Reese Rim running. Hayes has been the bread and butter scoring the ball. Thomas gets a turn and Reese the swat on a tee.
Well, against a veteran player like Copper, she's going to have to take this challenge.
The long 2, Reese is usually due for one of those pickpockets and fouled by Stewart. Reese gets the hands in, a little revenge on Martin. Shovel it, hole 3, bottom. Kleiner attacks Reese. Rebound to Reese, uses every square inch to bend in and draw the defense. And off the leg of Howard. Rose within 1. 7-0. Gets 2 more. 49-44. Reese and Satsu are both wearing those green sneakers for a minute now. To Hayes on the rollout. How about Rose holding McBride with just 5 points? Reese claps her hands and reaches in with the foul.
We talked about this open, 26 points, 11 and 20 from the floor.
Reese gets the hands in, chest pass on the money to Gray. What a great in particular. Hayes maneuvering. Wilson was caught in her way, just trying her first 3 of the season. Reese on the break, lob it upstairs. Copper, no. That would have been for the
Little's in there too. I love it.
16 for Gray. Howard leapfrogs in. She's fouled. And Copper is a veteran, expects a lot of herself.
As she should, because she's accomplished so much throughout the course of her career, and there's so much more to go. I think, too, she's been relied upon to be that voice, to be the presence.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, sports world? What's going on, man? I'm Andre the Torch Robinson, the fire starter, in the building. Of course, y'all know what it is. It's Monday Night Madness with your boy, with your boy, obviously, holla at me for sure. And I got my guy, Mr. Friday Night Lights himself, Mr. Football Extraordinaire himself, aka my guy, Mr. You know what? I ain't even gonna do that. See, I was about to say Mr. Brown. I was gonna get him. I was gonna get him early, y'all. But my guy, Marcus the Alphabet, in the building. What's good, Mark?
What's good, man? You stand away from the you stand away from them UTEP two steps. You stand away from them UTEP two steps.
Don't get caught with the UTEP two step. Don't get caught with it at 41 years old. Don't get caught with it at 40. All right. Now, listen, don't get caught up. Don't get caught up with the basketball.
Out there skating, trying to guard them.
Yes, sir.
Right? Trying to guard them 21-year-olds. They do that UTEP two-step, that killer crossover on you.
I had you on the phone. I had you somewhere you don't want to be. Now, shout out to Dwayne Woodley was good. Dallas Massey was good. I see you, Ella J. What up? Ramona. Hey, Mona. Paul Robinson. What up, my guy? Mr. Robinson. What's good? Dalton D-Man Smith. Melissa. What's good? What's good, everybody? What's good? Willie Fontaine in the building. Brock Kowalski. What's good, my guy? Shout out to you guys. Man, listen, we got a whole lot to talk about. First and foremost, right off the jump. It's a lot to talk about today. So stay tuned. Make sure you get your drink, your snack. Bring a +1. Like and share the show. Call line is down there at the bottom on the ticketer. 716-481-8249 is the call line number for today. All right. DeJuan was good. I see you too. I see you. Super Bowl champ is here. Willie Fontaine. Not the way you build the football team. I know. Look what it say right here. We all in agreement to this. We are all in agreement to this. Folks, I just want to start off the show before I let Marcus tear this up, because I've been talking to Marcus for the last 20 minutes about this very slide right here. And I just want to go off on a limb right now. I will literally be the diver, the swimmer who does not know how to swim in the deep end, and I will still dive off the diving board for this when I literally tell you that the Cincinnati Bengals are not in OT, in capital letters, making the playoffs for a third straight year. I've called it 2 years in a row. I'm going to go for the trifecta on this one by saying I thought putty cat. I did. I saw putty cats. Come here, Spike. Spike, come here, Spike. Listen, it's not happening. Literally, this is how an 8-year-old builds a team on Madden. This is hilarious. Marcus the Alphabet. Talk about
and not even on all Madden. Not even on all Madden. That's on rookie. That's on rookie set. Look, the NFL is a copycat league. Okay, people they see things. We have examples of the way to build teams. You look at a team, and look, there's not one certain way to build a team. I get it. Everybody has their way of doing stuff. But generally, you cannot. I say this all the time on my show, and we talked about it a little bit on Coffee Talk this morning. You have to balance out your team. You have to balance out your team. You can't do that on the defensive side either. There's some teams, you look at those old Rex Ryan teams, those Jet teams. We don't give a damn about offense. We're gonna just play defense. And I understand defense, people that, they use the argument, defense wins championships. Marcus, defense wins championships. No, you got to have a good defense. You got to have a good defense, but you got to score points in this league, especially with all of the leagues, all of the rules are geared towards offense, right? Everything is at the advantage of the offense. And yes, you have to have a good defense. But what you really want, you don't want to go to the extreme on either side. We're all offense, no defense. We're all defense, no offense. That's not good either. You want to find that middle ground, kind of like the Chiefs have done. That you got Patrick Mahomes on one side, you got Chris Jones on the other side. They're doing their thing. The Eagles this year, they could sack you, get after you, but you also got Saquon Barkley, and you got Hurts, and you got AJ Brown, and you got Smith and Goddard and all of them. This is a terrible way to build your team. This is terrible. This is terrible. And it reminds me, we were just talking about it a little while ago, Dre. It's somewhat like the Dolphins that put all of their money on the offensive side of the ball. You pay Tua, he's $33 million, $43 million. You pay $53 million. You pay Hill and you pay Waddle, and you just completely neglect the defense. And then you got to go out there in the cold and that track team that you have, and then you got to take that track team to Kansas City in the cold. And you see what happens. You are committing $120 million a year to 3 players. 55 for Joe, 40 for Chase, 41 actually, and 30 for Higgins. And you already had the worst. You already had one of the worst defenses in the league. You got one of the worst offensive lines in the league. And then if I'm Hendrickson, Torch, who led the league in sacks last year? Who led the league in sacks last year?
Trey Hendrickson
leads the league in sacks, and you ain't paid him. If I'm Trey Hendrickson, I'm not going to an OTA, a team activities, a damn pizza party, nothing. I'm not going anywhere near the Bengals facility until y'all talk to me. So I just think this is terrible. It's bad. It's bad roster construction. They should have did these contracts a couple of years ago. You could have got them for a little bit cheaper. You probably could have got Chase for about $35 million last year. You could have got Higgins for probably about 27 last year. And you do these contracts, and now, you're married to these guys for the next 4. Both of them got 4-year deals. I think Burrow got like a 5-year deal. It's just a mess, man. And look, if it works out, if the Bengals go to the Super Bowl, I'll come back. Torres, we can come back here next year, and I will apologize on air and say I was wrong, but I don't think I'm gonna have to. So we'll see what happens. I don't think this is very smart, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think this is
buffoonery. Say it, buffoonery.
Marcus, you know what? No. I'm gonna go the same hill right. I'm gonna go the hill route that I've been going. I'm gonna go the hill route, the same hill route that I've been with the Buffalo Bills. I'm gonna take that same attitude and I'm gonna apply it to this. There are some teams in the NFL that just don't want to win. They don't want to win. They're scared. I
disagree there. I think the Bengals do want to win.
You want to know why? You know why, Marcus? Yeah, of course, obviously, hypothetically, everybody wants to win. But then their actions, people talk a good game. See, this is what I think. I think people talk a good game. Oh, yeah, we want to win, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, whatever's good for the cameras, whatever's good for the media, whatever sounds good. Oh, but in reality, the moves and the decisions they make say otherwise. To me, the Cincinnati Bengals know that they're in the probably toughest division in football when Cleveland actually has a quarterback plays defense, decent and plays defense, that they're in the toughest division in football. Last year, they did not make the playoffs. The year before, they were the worst team in their division with the same 3 guys that you just paid all this money to. I am going out on a limb, as I stated earlier, to bet once again that I thought I saw a pussycat. Those pussycats are Josie. Okay, those pussycats are Josie. I don't believe that they're making the playoffs this year. Okay, at all whatsoever.
How do you have the AFC? Now, look, we still got a lot of things that got to happen. In the next few, we still free agency still going on. We got the draft next month, and I know it's way too early. Where do you have the Bengals finishing it right now? And this is way too early. Where would you put the Bengals at as far as the AFC North?
I don't give a damn. My predictions was way too early last year and the year before, and I was right.
Okay.
Third, missing the playoffs again.
Yeah, that's where I have them.
Pittsburgh is a quarterback away from going right back to the playoffs that they always go to, regardless of what quarterback is played or not. Pittsburgh's making the playoffs this year again, and Baltimore will be making the playoffs. Yeah. I think this team, this boo-boo, this team gonna do a lot of shitting on itself. Excuse my French, but they're gonna do a lot of that, and then there'll be 3 teams in the AFC West who make the playoffs, which means Cincinnati will be one of those teams that don't make the playoffs.
Yeah, they'll be 8-9 right now, 8-9, 9-8, scratching at the playoffs. They're gonna put up a whole bunch of points, and they're gonna be in a bunch of shootouts. That's the way I see it. It's
Dalton, my guy, he agrees with me. Third, thank you, Dalton Smith. Yeah. My guy, D-Man Smith.
9-8, 8-9, score highest score, probably the highest scoring offense in the league, and just missed out on the playoffs and involved in a whole bunch of shootouts. They go 45-42. 42-35. That's it's just like last year. And Joe Burrow getting probably top 5 and being sacked. Look, I get it. I'm not even saying they should have gave. Now look, I would have paid Chase, and I would have, we talked about it earlier today. I would have paid Chase, and I would have traded Higgins. I don't need a $40 million receiver and a $30 million receiver. I can find another number 2 receiver. And I understand he might be the best. Well, he's paid like it. He's the best number 2 receiver in the league. We talked about the tandems, the Dolphins with Hill and Waddle, or the Eagles with, Brown and Smith, or maybe Addison and Jefferson. But I can find another number 2 receiver. I don't need if I got a 1A, I can go find me another 2. I don't need a 1B. I could go with a number 2. But I would have traded Higgins, and I would have extended Hendrickson, and then I would have, in the draft, maybe in the first or second round, got me another good receiver, and then get me another edge rusher or somebody on defense. But your defense is terrible. Their defense is god awful. They are god awful, man. I just think it's a bad way, and but hey, hard head makes a soft ass. That's what my daddy says. Hard head makes a soft ass. I think that they do want to win. They're idiots. They're just idiots. Like I don't know what other term. You're idiots. Like your front office is a bunch of idiots. Idiots. They're idiots. I don't know what other way to say it. They're a bunch of idiots. They wait too long to pay people, and then when you do pay people, you have to overpay them. So then that limits what else you can do. So we'll see what happens.
So Marcus, before the show, I was eating my oat crunch Cheerios, trying to stay healthy. I want to stay healthy so I don't get kooky like some of these GMs and teams and players and stuff like that. I don't want to get kooky. But at the same token, I had to start the show off in the dark because I totally was in the dark about this situation. Did not understand this situation whatsoever. Like, you waited to make T. Higgins mad all this time, only just to sign him anyway after the fact.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are these GMs doing? Are they on a Virgin Island somewhere drinking Mai Tais while they're making these decisions? Are y'all in Vegas somewhere at somebody's casino drunk somewhere? Y'all on a beach somewhere where y'all just on a beach front property? Y'all probably done lost a couple of them for some stuff that y'all done did. But nevertheless, like, are y'all kidding me right now?
Yeah.
I got to get back in the light, Marcus. I'm going to start off by, showing off the Rise Up Family shirt. Get back in the light, show off the Rise Up Family shirt. One of one around here. We one of one. By the way, if you want to get your T-shirts, I take this moment while we talk about the Putty Cats. Take this moment to say, if you want your Alphabets football talk gear, if you want your Rise of Family T-shirt gear, man, just hit us up. Y'all know what to do. We got the best of the best here, and we're gonna talk the best of the best on Monday Night Madness. Now, I got some comments in here.
Hey, real quick before you read the comments, guess who's mad now? You talked about they pissed off T. Higgins. Guess who's mad now?
Who mad now?
Trey Hendrickson.
Oh, yeah.
Trey Hendricks is mad. I done led the league in sacks for 2 straight years, and I can't get a deal. I'm asking y'all for a deal, and then y'all tell me you can go seek a trade. That's what you think about me? Okay, cool.
Joe Burrow. Definitely. All right, y'all. Shout out to Gerald. What's good, my guy? Marcus Herring in the building. What's good, my bro? Hey, Dante, what up? Dante, what up, my guy? Dalton said the Bengals secondary's biggest issues, they're missing Bates and Bell. Yep. The Bengals are trying to win. They trying see, they about making money, not to lose money. They ain't trying to exactly what I said. They ain't trying to win. Marcus, you know what? You come right on in here. Thank you. I appreciate you. Ramona, thank you very much. Love you, my sis. Appreciate you. You know, thank you for sharing. We appreciate that. Joe Burrow forced their hand as well. Yeah, I bet he did. I think Trey Hendrickson will get traded to the Colts, reunite with Coach Louis Pepper. You gonna go back to Coach Lou, huh? Louis Pepper. All right. Listen, we just getting warmed up here on Monday Night Madness. By the way, if you just tuned in, we just got finished talking about the Madden construction of the Cincinnati Bengals. The Madden construction. By the way, 4 years, $161 million for Jamar Chase. 5 years, $275 million went to Joe Burrow, and 4 years, $115 million went to T. Higgins. All right, a lot of money being spent on that offensive end. All right, and guess what? I find it hilarious because let's talk about this real quick as we get into what we do. Best free agent grades so far. Look at here. Minnesota Vikings got an A+. Denver Broncos got an A. Buffalo Bills an A-. Yo, don't make me laugh. Chicago Bears A-. Who came up with this? Los Angeles Rams A-. Tampa Bay Buccaneers A-. Washington Commanders A-. All right. Let's read some of these comments real quick. I see you, Will Richter, in the building. My guy from another mother. That dude always in his books. Got to give him props. Mr. Professional student that he is. Give him some props. Marcus, no. Trey led last year, not 2 years in a row. And then, oh, yeah, you're right. Of course, y'all two do shows that, listen, yeah. I expect receipts when it comes to Marcus the Alphabets and Ramona Die Hard Die, because they are on the same show on Friday nights. Alphabets Football Talk Show. Y'all know it. If y'all friends don't know it, you need to let your friends know about that show. Let them know. Damn good show. Damn good content. All right. Damn good show. William Richter. He wants to jump on. And you know what? I haven't heard from William Richter in a long time. So that just may happen. May happen on the show. We might invite him on. You know, because it's going to get a little steamy in a minute. All right. May the Bengals are going to reconstruct all their contracts. Yeah.
They can't do that right now. They can't do that till next year.
They can't even do that.
They can't.
But they're going to have to reconstruct something. Or they're going to get their 32s knocked out. All right. My Broncos. Facts. What's the issue with the Bills' grade? Marcus Herring and Marcus Beck. I'm gonna let you have this again. You know why I'm gonna let you have this again? Because the last show we had Marcus was going at it, and I loved it. I got to sit back and watch the heavyweight fight that was, and I'm gonna sit back and watch this one too. Listen. I'm gonna play like, shout out to Tamika, by the way. I'm gonna play referee in this boxing match right now. I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna play that role.
What did they give the Bills? I can't see it. I can't see it with Richter's comment up there. What did they give the Bills? I can't see it's covered up their grade.
A-.
No. You here's what dropped your grade right here. You ready? Signing broke ass Joey Bosa to your team for a 1 year $12 million deal. That right there puts you at maybe a B. That's a terrible look. What did we say? He's missed 23 out of the last 34 games. In 2 years, he's missed 23 games. I'm not even saying you didn't need pass rush help, but you got rid of Von Miller because you say he's too injury prone. Not you. I'm talking about the organization. You got rid of Von Miller because you say he's too injury prone. And what do you do? What do you do to replace him? What do you do to replace him? You go get a guy who's even more broke down. This dude has missed a lot of games. And then you're going from San Diego or Los Angeles now, Los Angeles, to the freezing cold of Buffalo. I don't know about y'all. I played football a little bit, and let me tell you a little something. Cold does not help injuries. It doesn't help lower leg injuries. It doesn't help shoulder injuries, back injuries, none of that. Any injury that you have, freezing cold makes it worse. You could have went and got a guy like, I don't know, Khalil Mack, baby. Khalil Mack, who's from Buffalo, who went to where did he go to school at, Dre? Where did Khalil Mack go to school?
University of Buffalo, UB.
Now, Torch, this is what the Chargers thought of Joey Bosa. Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack were both on the Chargers, and the Chargers said to the 33, 34-year-old who has had double-digit sacks the past few years, we'll keep you and we'll let Joey Bosa, the younger player, go. Even the 49ers, when he offered to go to the 49ers to play with his brother, the 49ers said, "No, we're good." And you decide to pay Joey Bosa 1 year, $12 million. I didn't like that move. Joey freaking Bosa, that's terrible. Terrible.
That's why some of y'all teams is on this list, at the top of the list for making silly decisions. Segue right into most losses in the NFL since 2000. Marcus, go ahead and read us. Go ahead and read us the lovely slide here.
That's terrible, man. Well, are we surprised about the Browns? And guess what, Browns fans? I know some Browns fans. I'm cool with some Browns fans. Shout out to my guy Otis Sandage, good guy. He's a good dude. But the Browns, and then what do? Another clown organization who don't have a quarterback, who gave up their entire future for a guy with 24 to 26 sexual assault allegations. And what do? You go and sign your all-world edge rusher. I will give it to him. Your all-world edge rusher. Instead of taking some picks for him, getting a whole, but a Lions ransom for a King's ransom for Garrett. What do? You sign him for a couple of weeks to be the highest paid non-quarterback. And what do you do? What do you do to solve your quarterback issues? Do you know this? If the Browns started a game today, do you know who'd be the starting quarterback for the Browns today, Torrance? Do you know who it'd be? Do you know? Your sound is off, bro.
No, my sound was off on purpose.
The incomparable Kenny Pickett. That would be if the Browns played the game today, their starting quarterback would be Kenny Pickett. But you signed Myles Garrett to the largest at the time non-quarterback contract of all time until the other day when Jamar Chase jumped over it. You signed that, and for your quarterback, you're going to war with Kenny Pickett, who the Steelers drafted in the first round and got rid of after 2 years. That's your answer, and you wonder why you have the most losses. So in that year, they had a 1-year season. In that 20-something years, you had a one win season and a 0-16 season. So it's not surprising. Nothing here surprises me. It doesn't surprise me. So we'll see what happens.
Don't read no comments. Don't read no comments.
Okay.
See, you done incited a riot again on the show. And of course, my guy is back on again, which I appreciate greatly. Marcus Herring. Marcus, what's good, Marcus? What's going on here?
Is he there?
Yeah,
Yep.
he said, Marcus, what's up, Marcus?
What's going on, family? How you doing? What's good? What's good?
How is everyone? I'm doing well.
That's what's up. That's what's
Just
up.
wrapped up my last final for this term. So
That's outstanding.
The way
I'm with it. I always love it.
I want to know while we got him here, while we got Marcus Herring here, where you put that? What are your thoughts on that whole on the Joey Bosa pickup? Where do you have that at? Some of the people who might have missed the show, we had a fire show the other day. Where do you put the Joey Bosa? What are your thoughts on that? And the risk reward factor as far as bringing in a guy like Joey Bosa. I want to know what Marcus Herring thinks. They don't want to know what William Richter thinks about it. Go, Marcus Herring. Go ahead first. I want to hear your thoughts on it.
Okay. First, I'm not a Bosa fan like that. Like people say, Joey Bosa is not like his brother as far as the physical stature, so to speak. He's a big guy, but Nick Bosa is more of a power guy. Joey Bosa is a little more he's still power, but he's a little more finesse with it. I thought it was a move where it's low risk, high reward. Yes, he's had some injury situations, but right now, and I'm a Bills fan. I'm a process fan, all of that. They're 8 years in. The Bills weren't expected to be where they were last year. The Bills are right now expected to be there or win the Super Bowl, in my opinion, within the next 2 years. So to me, I think now the pressure's on a little bit, and you got to start swinging. You got to start getting some bigger swings. In my opinion, yes, he's had some injury issues, but if you can like him or not, when he's healthy, Joey Bosa is a force. On the edge, getting to the quarterback, and the way he lines up, one thing I'll tell you this, if our defensive ends lined up the way he did, we wouldn't have to worry about contained issues against Patrick Mahomes. That's for damn sure.
Okay.
With that being said, like I said, I see his low risk, high reward. If he hits with them 2 injuries we got going on right there, I think it's a pretty good move. I heard about, like, you brought up Khalil a little bit, and I remember Khalil back in the days at UB, and that's absolutely debatable. You could have went either way with them, but I've been trusting the process up to now. I don't agree with everything there. Like I said, I'm not a huge Joey Bosa fan, but I don't really have a problem with that with the move. And if that move does hit, then I think we can finally start looking at bringing that Lombardi Trophy here. But he's not the real quarterback to me that I think that is going to be as significant. Even though I like him, so we need somebody else on the edge.
So of all of those of all of the moves that they gave him on that slide there, they gave the Buffalo Bills a minus, I believe. He took the slide down. They gave him an A minus on there. So with that, with all of the moves that were made there, what was the biggest move? What do you think was the most significant move of all those moves that they made?
To me, and I get it with the suspensions that came up. The kid that came from the Rams, he's going to be a huge piece because now with him, the kid from Pittsburgh, Allison Boza, these are three guys.
Torch, your mic went off, so I can't hear what Marcus is saying. Dude, sit down. Richter, go ahead. What are your thoughts? I can't even hear what he's saying because Drayda.
Go ahead. I'm fixing something.
Can you hear me, George?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm fixing it. I'm trying to make it louder. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, yeah. Those are three very violent physical players. And I think that's what's the quiet thing that's missing from the Bills defense outside of Dorian Williams. We need more violent players.
Bluetooth connected.
Those three dudes there are violent players. So I think will add to the defense. And the two top teams, in my opinion, Philly and the Ravens, are probably the most physical teams in the league. And those teams add to the Bills' defensive physicality. The offense is not the issue. And the kid Palmer is a separator that the Bills didn't have last year. We didn't get any real production from Coleman and Kincaid. The Bills still scored over 500 points and had 30 rushing and 30 passing touchdowns. There's not a team in the league that's going to stop the Bills from scoring. The thing the Bills have to do, I think, is probably that more physical factor defensively. And if they play contained ball, disciplined football, they'd be right there with the other two teams in the league, who I think is the top two teams, especially physicality, which is Philly and the Ravens. You think
the Bills are more physical than the Ravens are?
No. I said the two top physical teams are Philly and the Ravens.
Okay.
Bills picked up, add to their physicality on defense. The Bills
to keep up with them.
Physicality on offense speaks for itself. The Bills' O-line is one of the top O-lines in the league, and you don't run the ball by just being pretty about it. The Bills run the ball for the physical nature. Defensively is the issue. And outside of Dorian Williams, in my opinion, the Bills bang, but Dorian Williams brings the physicality that needs to be on the field. And the three guys that the Bills picked up in free agency between Bosa, actually the kid from the D tackle from Pittsburgh, and the kid from the Rams, those are physical players that bring a physicality.
Ogunjobi and Michael Hecht. Michael Holt.
Okay.
What's that?
Okay. I would say Ogunjobi and Hecht or Holt, or I don't know how you pronounce it. Hoechcht.
It's
Hoyt. Okay.
Okay. That's supposed to be silent from understanding. He's Canadian, but I understand it's Hoyt. So
that explains a lot.
That's what's up. Okay, that's what's up. Will, what do you think your thoughts on the Bosa pickup?
Well, first of all, I'll address the grade. I think it's a B minus. I don't think that they could have done everything that they should have done. I still think there's missing pieces out there that they have. I've had conversations with you. I've had conversations with Torch. I think a guy like Asante Samuel needs to be looked at. Like, he's still on the board. I'm sure there are lots of suitors. But at this point, if you're going to overspend or you're going to go try to grab that piece to be aggressive and be that guy to go out there and go try to make the improvement of the team, secondary is dying right now. You are very thin. You brought back DeVar Hamlin. Didn't like that move. You brought back Dane Jackson. I don't mind that move. That's a solid move. He knows the defense. He played really well when he was here. I'm glad he's back. But as for Bosa, I'm in agreement. I think he's hit or miss. Like, he's going to be hit or miss, but he's not breaking our piggy bank like a Myles Garrett or like his brother, who's a whole body body build. Nick is on a whole nother level. Joey is not that guy. That's just not who Joey is. Joey is a lean, slender, get off the ball quickly. But I think what they're doing is in what they've planned for him is they're going to do exactly what they did for Von Miller. Von Miller's out there 30 to 45% of the snaps. He's out there on third down constantly. He's out there to put pressure on the quarterback on passing situations and key second downs and things like that when the clock is needed. And they're going to save him and his body to the best of their ability so he can be there for a long run. What kind of production are we going to get? Is it going to be better than Von Miller's 5.5 sacks? I would hope so. And I would think that, honestly, we know that he's capable of doing something. But you also have to think the Chargers had him out there for 74% of the snaps last year when he was playing, even when he, after coming out of injury. He's out on the field on a consistent basis. Putting him in a rotation will take that burden off of him and having those other players. So that's why I think that's why the move was not a bad move, but it wasn't the best move they could have done. So I agree that Ogunjobi was great. The kid from the Rams, fantastic move. I don't appreciate that they're being suspended and not telling us because they had that option to say whether they were going to be or not. And again, depending on what the situation was and the parameters are, we're still waiting to hear more about that. But my concern is that we need to address defense. The offensive line has been starters, no issue. The offense is humming. It's going to do what it's going to do. I'm not worried about the offense. My concern is the defense. You have to be able to stop teams like Kansas City, teams like Baltimore, teams like Cincinnati now. Now that Cincinnati signed their big three, and now they're just going to be chucking the ball for 40 points a game. I'm just of the problem that you need cornerback and safety help. You also need to get pressure. Well, how do you do that? You get that up on the front four. Well, you need D-line, somebody to help Ed Oliver push the line. You've got these two DNs, and then you just re-signed these two young ones that you've drafted over the last couple of years. It's time to put some pressure and help Big Ed get some help up there too. So I think that's where we're at. But I give them a B- because there are still pieces missing, and I think they could have done better than what was there. Have they improved? I think they've replaced a lot of things, but I don't think they've improved full on.
Hold on. Before y'all do that, Marcus Heron, go ahead and talk real quick. I want to make sure this technical part is on point. Marcus.
Well, can you hear me?
Can y'all hear him?
Yeah, I hear him perfectly.
Okay, good. Okay, so we got it now. All right, go ahead, Marcus.
Yeah,
no. Marcus Betts.
What the other fellows were saying earlier, but my thing is like this. One of the quiet pieces we got is that safety that we got from the Commanders.
Derek Forrest.
He's a real physical kid. He had a pretty good year. I think it was 23, and he got injured and just getting back on the field. That kid is only making $1.3 million, and he's like, he doesn't care. He coming to get a spot. He's coming to get a spot, and he's gonna let his play talk for him. Very happy. He's an athletic kid too, real physical guy back there. He might be one of them diamonds that just come from under the radar. One of them diamonds in the rough. And it would be a good move with that guy back there. And like I heard somebody mention about DeMar coming back. I don't understand the hate that's on DeMar. We know his athleticism is limited, but he made a lot of plays for the Bills. He's definitely one of the better tackles we had because he had a couple of saving tackles for us that if he wasn't there, they scored. But he's not a starter. And he's a backup, that's fine. And with Rapp and Bishop as of right now, we could probably be better, but I'm not really mad at that, to be perfectly honest. We got to get the front seven taken care of, and obviously that corner spot too.
Taylor Rapp is gone.
Hey, can you put that slide back up of that, Torres? Because I want to address. I don't think. I saw that they had the most improved things, the most improved that's what we were discussing. We're talking about the teams that have helped themselves the most. I don't think that the Denver Broncos are getting enough credit. I don't think that the Broncos, I thought I saw a B on them. And then I saw an A- for the Vikings. I like what the Vikings did as far as their offensive line, but they don't have a quarterback. And I know that they drafted. The kid JJ McCarthy, but you let Sam Darnold, for whatever you may think about Sam Darnold, I think Sam Darnold, he's all right. He's really had one good year, but he did pretty well in that system. We don't know what we're getting from JJ McCarthy coming back. And I don't care. Like, basically, JJ McCarthy is a rookie who's coming off of a torn ACL. And I understand that you have, Justin Jefferson and
yeah.
You got Justin Jefferson and you got Addison, Jordan Addison, and then they just picked up the kid Jordan Mason, the running back from San Francisco. That should be a nice 1-2 punch between him and Aaron Jones. But I don't understand what all of the hoopla is about the Vikings, because at the quarterback position, kind of like what's the in that case then what's the difference between the Vikings and the Steelers? You got two good ass receivers and no quarterback. You got two good ass receivers and no quarterback.
I think stepped up their D line too.
I don't really understand that. I think that
what if Stephon Diggs goes back to Minnesota?
Oh, yo, you know what?
There were questions about him coming back to Buffalo.
Hold on, William Richter.
People are throwing that bullshit out there too. Just calling it like it is.
William Richter, hold on a second, because this is so funny. Marcus, why did I call you last night, sir?
You called me in the middle of the night and you said, "Did you see this buffoonery? Did you see this buffoonery?" Stephon Diggs put back up all of his Buffalo Bills, I guess, memories on his IG account. Was his IG or his X account? I don't know which one it was. Yeah. But all the pictures that he had taken down, he put them back up. And, he's supposed to be this guy, the ultimate troll or whatever. It's like, what is he trying to say?
No,
I will say, I don't know if you have the slide for this. Nope. But if I'm the Buffalo Bills, in the words of what's it, Rob Parker, no way, no how. There's no way that I'm bringing Stephon Diggs back to the Buffalo Bills. There's not a damn chance at all. I don't want him. The way you acted on the way out the door.
Nope.
When what my dad has a saying: don't burn bridges. Right. Don't burn bridges. Just don't burn bridges. Don't do that, because you just never know when you might have to come back through. To me, he burned bridges on the way out the door. There's no way. Now, Buffalo, I don't know. I ain't a Buffalo Bills fan. But if you acted like that on the way out the door, there ain't no way I'm taking you back. I don't know. If y'all want him, y'all have him.
I'm gonna tell him he can kick rocks with bare feet right now, and I'm gonna be nice, because that's the best he can do for us right now, is he can kick rocks with bare feet. and I'm good with that. He did his thing, and he burned all the bridges. We good. I don't need all that drama, all that bull. We already got enough on another side with a running back who's shall remain nameless, who's claiming for things he wants but ain't gonna get them. And I'm telling you right now, he gonna have his replacement sitting there in mini camps and OTAs, and he gonna wonder why he not having a job.
All right, the caller, Marcus, repeat that one more time for him.
I said, Diggs, in my opinion, has two spots, and if Diggs keeps it a buck with himself, in my opinion, if he keeps it 100 with himself and accepts being a number 3, Kansas City or Minnesota, he has two spots for him to go to, and it would, in my opinion, would elevate both teams.
They're talking about him coming to Dallas so he could play with his brother. I don't want him. Yeah,
Dallas is not. And I ain't saying for Dallas fans to keep it on. Let's keep it a buck for Dallas fans. Dallas is not. We talking about the top teams in the league. Dallas is not there. Let's keep it a buck. No. Dallas is not there. Dallas got too much drama going on within their own locker room.
So you think a team just a year removed? So hang on. You think a team just removed from 3 consecutive 12-5 seasons that they're just done?
And you know what? And the crazy part is, for them to have a 12-5 record and then fall off that bad, that tell you, it's not saying you don't have talent. the talent, you obviously have talent there, but you guys say, we all play football because the most talented team is not going to necessarily win. They don't play for each other at all. You got a bunch of individuals doing their own thing, and it shows. And as you see people moving up out of there, you hear the stuff that people have been doing debates about it all the time. Now you're getting confirmation. They never played together. They barely like each other.
Okay, so
them tweeting and being on podcasts and all this other stuff. You ain't working hard. All this nonsense. They don't play together. If you don't play together for each other in football, you ain't gonna never be on the top 10 teams. The talent is there for the most part, even though too many of them are soft. But Stephon Diggs on Dallas is not gonna put them in the Super Bowl. They ain't gonna barely put them in. They ain't gonna put them in the playoffs.
okay, I don't know if I think last year 3 12-5 seasons, you win 36 games in 3 years. I don't think that's in probably the best division in football. Can we all agree that the NFC East is the best division in football? Can we at least agree on that?
No.
Last year or just in general?
Now,
Historically,
historically, I'll say that. Yeah.
Okay,
But
historically.
last year, I would say that the NFC North was probably it. You had three squads running over 12 wins.
Okay, but I'm talking. Who was in the NFC? You had 2 teams from the NFC East.
Hold on, caller.
In the NFC Championship.
And you had 2 teams from the NFC North that were right
in the
there.
championship. I don't care about you making the playoffs. 2 teams from the same division in the NFC Championship.
Mm-hmm.
With a rookie quarterback, and one of the teams got a rookie quarterback.
That's like a C.
I didn't hear what you said.
You got 2 A's. You got like 2 A teams and then 2 D teams. That gives you a C.
Yeah.
Okay, so what? So if you just had so you're talking about the division. So what if you got 1 A team and a bunch of F's? What is the average for that? Because that's the AFC East.
You know what that was right there? You know what that team was right there? You just said it was New England Patriots for years.
Okay, that's what I'm saying though. So you can't say a division. You can't say a division is great if just one team is good in the division and all the rest of them are trash. The NFC East is the best division.
The NFC West between obviously KC, Denver, and the Chargers.
Okay,
that's the NFC West. You got a better teams in the NFC West than you do in the NFC East.
Okay, I respect that, but what I'm saying is for two teams to go to the championship game from the same division, I think that speaks a lot about the division. You're not getting.
What I'm saying is, Washington. Let's be honest. Nobody saw Washington going there. Nobody.
Agreed. I don't think anybody planned them to go that far.
That analogy all the time. Nobody expected that. Jalen Daniels did something no rookie quarterback ever did.
Okay, and you're the one who always brings it up and says that there was no expectation for the Buffalo Bills, but here y'all were. You said, what was your expectation for the Buffalo Bills last year before the season started? Let's keep it a buck.
10-7 and make a playoff, but
you're just saying no one saw that coming. What were the expectations for the Buffalo Bills at the beginning of the season?
10-7, finish second.
I'm asking Marcus Herring because
you had a significant amount of the so-called experts that was saying because Aaron Rodgers was going to be to the Jets, that they were going to probably beat the division, and then it was Miami, and the Bills were going to probably be third because the Bills.
I'm asking you though. What was your expectation for the Buffalo Bills?
What, as we said before with Kansas City and all of that, until you beat the king still king, and the Bills have won the division 3 or 4 straight years.
Okay,
correct?
But but we're talking about that division again. We're talking about
all them losses. All the Bills had all them losses. You still was until y'all beat the king, he's still king. Washington had not been beating anybody. They wasn't up there. It was Dallas and Philly, and then they came out of nowhere.
And they're going to be there for a minute too. They're going to be there for a minute. Let's go to the next. We could talk about this all day right here.
Yeah, we can talk about this all day. But first and foremost, let me introduce Russell K in the building. Music Dreams USA Radio on the air right now with us. We got William Richter, Marcus the Alphabets. If you're just tuning in, Monday Night Madness is getting very real, and I love it. I'm glad that we brought this back. I'm happy to have everybody here. Let me read some comments real quick.
Make sure y'all like and share the show.
Yes, thank you. Ethan Tweedy, what up? Jennifer Frederick, what up? Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Nicole, I see you. I see you. Shine, I see you. Blaze in the Monster Machine. Blaze Gabbard is in the building. I got Ruben Monroe in the building. What up? I see you. Dwayne Talley in the building. What's up? What's up? Al Chase is in the building. Wow. Al, what's good, my guy? Good to see you. Ernest Vaughn, what's good, my guy? Good to see you. A lot of comments in the comment section. A lot of them. That's like saying you going back to your ex. Hell no, the Bills is good. Yeah, they don't need. Stephon Diggs does not belong in Buffalo. He's a cancer. Diggs is begging for a job. I don't know if he's begging, but
yes. That's he is begging.
You know what? Guess what? Maybe he is on this Jodeci. Baby, I'm begging. Baby, I'm begging. Maybe he is.
Hey, ready for that.
Hey, Torch. Can I have some more porridge, please?
Yo, baby,
Hey, Torch, I got a question for you.
What's up?
Does Cincinnati's defense be the first team in NFL history to rank 33rd?
Yes. Yep. They're going to rank 32nd, 33rd, and 34th. Period.
Wow.
They suck. Their defense going to be trash this year. And again, they're not making the playoffs. I will call it again. And before the season starts, for the third straight season, I'm not one of them so-called experts. I hang with a whole bunch of real experts.
You thinking Mason Rudolph is going to outbeat the Cincinnati Bengals?
Right. Yeah, right. Who really do this thing around here? Marcus Herring on the line. Shout out to him. Shout out to y'all, of course. Man, listen. Monday Night Madness. If you just tuned in, man, you need to be tuned in. Straight up, just like that. Just like that. For real. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. I appreciate y'all. Deborah Beatty, what's up? Shout out to you as well for tuning in. Speaking of which, we got to get to this real quick. Let's be quick. Who's the best wide receiver duo in the league? Well, we already knew even before the contracts that number one is Ja'Marr Chase and T. Higgins. Are there any objections?
No.
I don't think so.
It's not as bad. I mean, they number one, man. They number one. I mean, you got AJ Brown and Devontae Smith in Philly is legit. You can't ignore the explosiveness with Waddle and the Cheetah, but Chase and Higgins, they're a problem. They're gonna be a problem.
I think I would slide Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle down a couple because I'm thinking that Devontae Adams, if he's healthy, and Puka Nacua, I think that's got to come up, and Jordan Jefferson's got to slide up with that Jordan Addison pick.
They're gonna make some noise too.
I think that's going to be a scary duo that people aren't paying attention to. And again, Seattle, if they grab the kid from Texas that ran a 4.29 Golden down in that Seattle squad with Coop and Njigba, I'm telling you that roster is going to be pretty wild too.
We got to stop with the whole if they're healthy thing. I don't like that. I don't like when people say that if they're healthy.
Why not, Marcus?
Because if you've shown that you can't be healthy, you say if he's healthy. Well, he's never healthy. So when you
when you play on trash teams and you start to act sick and act like your ankle broke or your arm hurt to not play and see if you can get out of a contract, does that work too?
Julio
Does that count?
There's some
Thomas,
people. There's some people.
Adams.
There's some people that they're always hurt. They're always hurt. So when you say I'm more surprised that they're not hurt than that they're healthy. I'm more surprised they're not hurt. When we just talked about Joey Bosa. Joey Bosa is always hurt. Yeah. He's always hurt. Cooper Kupp is always hurt. He's always hurt. Now, we kind of gave him a break. And I'm a big fantasy football player, and I'll tell you what: the year after he won the Triple Crown, everybody was drafting Cooper Kupp. I'm going to give you another name. When he's healthy, he's the best back in football. One, Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey's ass is always hurt too. We got to stop giving people, oh, he's great if he's hurt. Well, you know what's part of greatness to me? I don't know about y'all. I grade. I don't grade on a curve. I'm very direct with my grades. A, B, pass or go. I'm the military. Pass or go. Did you do it? I'm like Master Yoda. Master, I can't lift up this damn X-Wing fighter, but I'll try. There's do or do not. You're always hurt. Are you going to play or you're not going to play? He's always hurt. So I don't give people breaks because, well, if he's healthy, I don't expect him to be healthy because his ass is always hurt. And we got to start grading people just like that. How about this real quick? How many games of over or under that Joey Bosa misses? 7 games, over or under? Cooper Kupp, 7 games, missing 7 games. Let's do a little game here. Cooper Kupp misses over or under 7 games, over or under. Joey Bosa, over or under 7 games, because that's what they've shown every year. They're going to miss 6 or 7 games every damn season, and they're generally going to miss them at the worst time of the season. We're fighting for our lives. We're trying to get the number 1 seed, so we have have the number 1 seed and home field advantage throughout the playoffs, and then he walks out and tears his hamstring or gets a headache or I don't know, think of something. He's got COVID or something. So over or under, I don't give people the benefit of the doubt. When you've shown me year after year after year that you're injury prone, that's what I think of you. So I ain't giving you that benefit of the doubt.
Listen. All right. So we good. We good on this right here. Are we good on this live?
Yeah.
All right. You know what? Marcus the Alphabets, Marcus Herring, William Richter, Russell K. Y'all making me want to do this.
I can hardly wait.
Got to get it out the way. But we pumping it up right now on Monday Night Madness. I got to play it because it sounds good. The perfect time to do it. Pumping it up. Got Marcus Herring on the line. Man, oh man. Listen, if you just tuning in, you might want to go back to watch the beginning of this show. This show is just getting warmed up. Marcus the Alphabets, sir, I have something to pick a bone with you about.
What you got?
Deborah Beatty, you in here right now. I know you're in here, but I'm starting to hear, the little heat is starting to rise up. No pun intended, starting to rise up around here. We got Vegas, Nevada on the line too. So hold on a second before y'all get all hot and bothered. It looks like y'all about to get hot and bothered. They're about to get hot and bothered. Hold on now. Hold your horses. Caller from Las Vegas, Nevada. Who am I speaking with?
Yep, it's Las Vegas in the house.
Oh my goodness, it's Deborah Beatty.
Yeah. I was thinking about Marcus was saying about CMC. See, since we got rid of all the players and they all seem to be injured last year, every single one of them, we should have just gotten a trade for CMC and collected some more draft picks.
Oh, yes. Agreed, Deborah Beatty. Speaking of which, we're talking about the draft right now in your team. If you can see this slide,
I see what John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan are doing, and I trust the system with these guys because they've been really good at picking players that can play right away and contribute right away.
So, Deborah Beatty, real quick, what is your thoughts on Cam Scatterbo?
On who?
On Cam Scatterbo.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're bleeping out.
Oh, we was
talking about the rookie running back.
We talking about Cam.
That got an eye on.
Are you talking about Jordan Mason?
No, we're not talking about Jordan Mason. We're talking about Cam.
Oh, you're talking about that rookie running back in the draft?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah. I mean, the one thing that Kyle Shanahan has always been is we haven't ever had a bad running back under his since he's been on as the head coach. He's always seemed to score with that. So I would go for that choice. I would.
Marcus the Alphabet has his head shaking from left to right like a bobblehead. So he's William Richter. His head is shaking like a bobblehead too. Two bobbleheads right now on the show shaking their heads emphatically. No.
Listen to me.
Hold on. Before I ask you two, because I know you two are about to turn up. Hold on, Deborah.
I think that if I was going to put my money on someone, it would be Kyle Shanahan, not two bobbleheads.
Oh, shit. You know what? Deborah up there getting fired. Before y'all two get started, because I see Marcus' face.
I mean, what running back has Kyle Shanahan picked that you didn't think did a great job?
All right. Before you two look, Marcus is ready to explode. William is over here doing meditation exercises. Russell K, your thoughts on this slide right here?
If the San Francisco 49ers,
I said Russell, not you. Look at you. You just can't help yourself.
If the San Francisco 49ers,
Listen, Marcus, look at you. You can't help yourself. Time out, Marcus. Russell K, your thoughts first. Marcus is ready to blow right now. He's ready to just take off like a rocket. Go ahead, Russ.
For Scatterback, I don't know, man. I'm not on board with that. I'm just not. Ask me why. I'm looking at Mel Kiper's top picks right now for this year in order. And I mean, how's this guy number one when Mel Kiper has Travis Hunter, the wide receiver and cornerback from Colorado, is number one. So for me, nah.
They got him at pick not number one. They got him at pick 11.
They got him at pick 11.
Hold up just 1 second. Okay, I believe the Niners have like the 10th or 11th pick, right?
Yes, the 11th pick.
Number 11.
Okay, now if you were, say, one of them guys that went out and did the draft pick, what would it be for offense or defense, and what would it be for the 11th pick?
Oh, good question. Now, Marcus, take off. Go ahead and take off, Marcus.
What did she just ask? I didn't hear what.
I'll repeat it. She said, since you got a problem with it, I'm gonna paraphrase it. Since you got a problem with that pick, if you were the San Francisco GM, what would your pick be? Offense, defense at the 11th pick. Go ahead and take off. You know you want to.
Okay. Well, considering that you lost half of your team, considering you lost half of your team, you could go about 20 different ways. You lost.
Marcus, you need some milk.
You lost Debo. You lost Debo. You lost Drake Greenlaw. You lost Hufanga. You got Brandon Ayuk on the trade block.
Those players just could not stay healthy for an entire season for the last 2 or 3 seasons.
Okay.
So
you're starting running back.
You want to go through another season and have those guys get banged up again.
Okay, if me personally, I'm going.
You were saying you gotta have a sure thing. And
okay, well, that's the tough thing. That's the tough thing.
A sure thing.
that's the tough thing about a draft. There's really no such thing as a sure thing. That's, you want to know what the secret sauce of the draft is? There is, as much as we want a guy to be a sure thing, there's not a sure thing. We've had guys go number 1 overall, and this guy, he's the next. Hang on. He's the next so and so. He's the next so and so, and then he comes out and he's a bust. You're picking at 11, and you have a. Let me talk.
Well, you know, he just seems to be there.
If I were you all, if I were the 49ers, me personally, I would trade back because I think y'all have a lot of holes. But if you're going to stay at 11, what I would, first off, Cam Scatterboo's like a 5th round running back. He's like a 5th round. Cam Scatterboo is probably the I could think of like 4 running backs, not 4 or 5.
15th best. He's the 15th best running back on the list.
Here's what I'm going to do for you right now, because here on Monday Night Madness, we like to give the people.
Whoa. Time out. Whoa there, buddy.
What?
15th best running back?
I said 5th or 6th.
I said it.
No. I'm talking about William Richter.
Yeah, he's
I'm talking about off the Richter scale over here.
Will, you were doing so good. You were doing so good. You were doing so good, and you say something like that. You were doing so good. 15. I can name like 6 or 7 running backs. Everybody here who's the running back expert here, raise your hand. That's me.
Who's the draft expert here?
You're not the draft expert. Don't do that.
Oh, so I call Trey Lance and you can't call it right? You can't.
Look, if you get
78% of the first round correctly, player.
I know that you like to live off the glory of getting 1 pick right in 5 drafts. Congratulations. That doesn't make you a draft expert. But here we go. There's 6 or 7 running backs that I would rather have over Cam Scatterboo. Genty, Hampton, Travion Henderson, Judkins. There's no way he's not. How about this? Cam Scatterboo's not going in the first round, so we can just take that slide. Just take that slide and just throw that away.
Throw it away.
If I'm San Francisco and he's there, and I don't know if he's going to be there, I would take Ted McMillan if he's there. I don't know if he's going to be there though. I would take Ted McMillan. Because they're talking about getting rid of Brandon Ayuk.
Running back in the first round was Frank Gore, and that was a long time ago.
Yeah, well, you got rid of Deebo Samuel. You got rid of Deebo Samuel. You're talking about getting rid of Brandon Ayuk. So I think you drafted a wide receiver last year in the first round. Okay, you drafted who's the kid, Ricky Pearsall. I think that if they could trade Brandon Ayuk, I think that they would trade Brandon Ayuk. Unfortunately for Brandon Ayuk, he's coming off of a torn ACL.
Hold on, y'all, real quick. Caller was saying something. What's up, Marcus?
A type player or a wide receiver in the first round.
Okay, Deborah, hold on 1 second, okay? Marcus, Marcus, what was you saying?
I was thinking how interesting it would be if, since the 49ers got the 11th pick and the Bills made a trade down to San Francisco to get them some draft capital that they don't have, and the Bills go down there and get Will Johnson at corner for the Bills.
Oh, Will
Yeah,
Johnson.
well, what are the Bills going to give? Just draft capital or a player?
Do you know how expensive? Do you know how expensive it would be?
That would be ridiculous, and it's not sure if that'll ever happen.
Do you know what the hang on? Do you know what the point differential would be to move from 30
Hold on, y'all. Explain that again, Marcus, real quick, and then y'all can take off.
Yeah.
What would be? Say that again, Marcus.
To move from, do you know how much it would cost to move from 30 to 11? That would be your draft.
2 1s and a
That would be
2.
that would be your draft right there. For you to go, you're moving from 30 to 11. That would be your draft right there. Because you're not and if you wanted Will Johnson, that's fine. You go get him. He probably would be there at 11. But that you would have no more draft picks pretty much for the rest, and you'd probably be giving up your first rounder for next year too.
The
So
Bulls have 10 draft picks this year.
okay, it's not about the draft. It's not about the draft pick. It's about the draft picks that you would have to give up. You would
Hold on, Marcus. Let him explain it.
For next year pick, absolutely.
You would give up your first rounder for next year?
One of my floors, give him a 2 for next year, and throw in Matt Milano.
You're not giving up a 2 next year.
He said he would get. Did you hear what he said he would give him?
What's that?
And I would say no.
4th, a 2nd next year, and Matt Milano.
Nope.
No. You're not giving. You're giving up. You're giving up to move from 30 to 11. You're going to give up your first round pick next year too. You're not giving away a second next year to move that far. Look, they have a chart.
My first year on this pick this year. I'm going to throw in also one of my 4s there this year. I'm going to give him a 2nd from next year, and I'm giving that one.
You're not
The
giving
math
up.
doesn't work. That's the problem. The math doesn't work. There's almost 2,000 points in difference. They got a chart. Go look it up. And if you do all the math for your 2 picks and a player, and that player's valued at a base of a 3rd rounder.
There is a. I'm gonna have to put it up. Jimmy Johnson, I think back in the day, he made a draft chart for you to move from 30 to 11. Listen to what I'm saying. For you to move from 30,
Google it up. It's Jimmy Johnson draft table.
Okay, to move from 30 to 11, to move from
1st to 4th and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, to move from 30 to 11, you're not giving up. You're giving up. If you move from 30, Marcus, to move from 30 to 11, Marcus, to move from 30 to 11, Marcus, Linda, listen, Linda.
They have to pay for it. They have to pay Purdy.
So listen, what he was saying is he would give up the Bills' first this year.
That's a shitty draft pick. That's a shit.
I get it, but
number
listen to
30 is terrible.
I get it, but listen to what he's saying though.
I'm listening to what he's saying. Listen to what I'm saying. To get from 30 to 11, I don't care what
you got to give up. We know what he's saying is 1st, 4th, a 2nd next year, and Matt Milano. We know
I'm saying is I'm not, and what the team that's sitting at 11 is saying is go kiss my ass. They're not going to take a 30-year-old linebacker. They're not going to take the number 30 pick, which is basically a 2nd round pick, for you to get to damn near the top 10. You're not getting it you're not getting from 30. Now, if you're going from like 15 to 11, that'll even cost you. But to go from damn near the end of the first round to damn near the top of the first round, you're giving up this year. You're probably giving up one of your seconds, and you're giving up your number 1 next year. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not just telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I know.
If you do that, we still have first. It's like you just said. If I said you want my 1st and 2nd this year and a 1st next year, okay. So that would mean I would still get the corner I want, the number 1 corner that goes in. I still have a 2nd round pick this year as well. I got 3 4th round picks, and I got 3 5th round picks this year. So when I do that, yeah.
But what I want to do is I want to take that 30 here. I want to chime in. Here, I want to chime in real quick before y'all get going.
Hold on, Deborah.
For somebody who's done this and understands the math, it's 2 1s, a 2, a 5, and a 2 next year. Matt Milano only counts as a 3rd round pick at best for trade value. If they value him correctly, he's a 5th round pick as a trade value. There's not enough weight value for that trade to be worth it.
We got one person at a time. One person at a time. All that I'm saying is, for you to move up like that, Will Johnson has to be Deion Sanders. And I don't think Will Johnson's Deion Sanders. I think he's a good corner, but for you to give up that type of draft, look, we just saw what the dumbass Cleveland Browns did. I'm sorry, Cleveland Browns. I'm talking about the team. I'm not talking about you. What they did, all of the draft capital they used to give up to go get Deshaun Watson. For you to make a move like that, if Will Johnson is anything other than an all-pro, top 3 cornerback, as a GM, if this does not hit,
you're fired.
That's fired. You're going to lose your job. You want to place your entire career on whether Will Johnson, who I don't think he's a generational corner. Now, if you're saying we're moving up to get Champ Bailey, we're moving up to get Patrick Surtain Jr., we're moving up to get Deion Sanders. Okay, you're moving up to get, and some people don't even think Will Johnson.
You're going a little extra because Will being picked at 11 and being picked at number 3 is 2 entirely different spots. Deion was number 3. Champ
okay, and Patrick Surtain. Okay, Patrick Surtain Jr. Okay, let's use another example. Patrick Surtain Jr. Patrick Surtain Jr., who was the Defensive Player of the Year this year. I think he went at 9.
12.
Let's use that example. That's what he would have to be. He would have to be that. He would have to be Derek Stingley. He would have to be Sauce Gardner. That's what he's got to be. Because if he's not that,
and your point is what?
My point is. Okay, you just asked me what my point is. I'll tell you the point if you listen. My point is, just a couple of years ago, you drafted a cornerback in the first round. I don't want to mention no names or nothing, but his name was Kaiir Elam, and now you just got a 5th year. You got a fifth round compensatory pick for him because you missed. Okay, so what I'm saying is, if you give up that draft capital and you don't hit on that, Brandon Beane is going to be in the unemployment line. Now, if you want to place your career in the hands of Will Johnson, who I think is an okay corner, he's not a generational talent. That's what you're giving up for him. You're giving up your first round this year, your second round this year, and your first round next year, and he misses like Kaiir Elam did, then your ass is fired. So hey, go for it. You go straight there for it. But
it's
you're
not going to happen anyway.
You're not giving up a second round to move to a second round next year to move up from 30 to 11. That's not the way the math works.
But anyway,
like I said, I think you're being a little extra dramatic, but
I'm not being extra dramatic.
No,
to move from 30 to 11, you give up your first rounder next year.
Hold on. I want one person to talk.
You still have a second this year. You still have a second, and you still have plenty of draft capital this year. And the Bills are in a different window. The Bills are expected to win the Super Bowl this year, next year. They know you don't have.
Are they?
Mute that man so I can get a word in edgewise.
And if you get another one, you can lock down.
I'm gonna mute you if you keep it up. Let me in.
You go get it. I will go get it.
Okay.
There is no can't miss across the board. That's what you roll the dice for. And the Bills are in a different place now. They're not. This ain't the 3rd, 4th year where you going through that. This is year 8. They're expected to be in the big dance and win. And you know that your position that you need is at CB2. And if you got an opportunity to go get somebody that you think can fill that spot, shit, scared get a dog. Scared get a dog. Get on the porch.
Okay. Now, with that being said, Will talk.
Thank you. I appreciate it. First of all, I'm going to answer the San Francisco question. No, I'm not drafting Scadaboo at 11. Just not happening. He's a 5th or 6th round pick at best. We're going to end that conversation. That's done. All right. Next, for the 49ers to draft somebody, I'm looking at defensive line or cornerback for them. That's probably where he'll go. Will Johnson will probably end up as a 49er, if not one of the defensive linemen that's sitting there. That's where they need to start filling. Their secondary and their defensive line are decimated from all the free agency. I've looked at their free agent roster. They've missed 3 running backs, 3 cornerbacks, 2 defensive linemen, 1 edge rusher, 3 linebackers. 2 quarterbacks came off of that roster. 1 running back was traded, 2 were let go. You just re-signed Juszczyk again. So they're not needing a running back. They've got what they're doing right now. And again, Juszczyk is just a 1-year deal. Like, I get it. It's not, you're bringing him back. It's fine. But they don't need to fill that roster spot with a first-round pick. They need cornerback, defensive line, or wide receiver. Ted McMillan, if he's there, I'm okay with that pick too. That doesn't bother me. That's filling a need. But as for the Bills, and going up from 30 to 11, that's never going to happen. The Bills, if anything, will move up 2 or 3 slots, maybe 4, if they want to go using that extra 2 to go up that far. But otherwise, they're going to drop back more likely than not. They're either going to sit at 30 and take like Harmon out of Oregon or a defensive lineman in that window, or if there's a corner that has slid back that far, they'll grab him there. But otherwise, they're going to drop back into day 2 and start looking at the guys like Savion Williams, some of the other edge rushers, things along those lines, and figure out what they can do from there. I think that's honestly what Buffalo's going to do. They're not going to be sitting at 30 going, maybe I should move up to 8 and see what I can get for. They're not. Just because they're in a contender window doesn't mean they have to sell the farm. This is not the Ricky Williams deal that we're trying to get done here. We're not trying to sell the farm and give away a whole draft and part of a next one for one guy. I'm just not doing it. Ricky Williams was drafted what? First overall, second overall, something like that. He was in the top 5.
He was like, I think
like 3 or 5 or something.
He was like at 3 or something. He went like
who
right
did
after.
Who did that? Was that Minnesota? Who did?
New Orleans.
New Orleans. That was in the year that Donovan McNabb got drafted.
Yeah, Don McNabb was drafted like 5th, I believe, out of Philly. But like I said, I'm not selling the farm for one cornerback that's not going to put us over the top. That's the problem. I'm not doing that. There is enough talent with what I've got that I can shuffle around the board with my 4s and 5s. I can make a package and get into a late day 2 with a 3rd, possibly, depending on how bad somebody wants to move back and we want to move up. There's a package there where we've got 9 picks and 4 and 5 that we can take 3 or 4 of them, shuffle up, and maybe throw in a 2 next year's up. I don't know, whatever that deal might be. If we slide back, we get extra picks too. We slide back, we can get a 2, a 3, and a 4 or something, depending on how far back we go. These are the things that we have to concern ourselves with. We're looking at guys like Savion Williams in the 2nd round when we trade back. And we're not trading back like 12 picks back into the 2nd round. We're trading into the top 5 into the 2nd round. So you're going to be looking at wide receiver, cornerback, or defensive line. And you're looking at D tackle. And those are the things that you're looking for Buffalo. And that's what they're going to do. They're not going to do anything dumber.
With Keon Coleman, correct? The same thing they did with Keon Coleman.
Exactly what they did last year is probably exactly what you're going to see. You're going to get them in the first 3 to 4 picks of day 2. And now you're going to have 3 2s. And now you control the board in day 2.
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I could totally agree and believe that because Brandon Beane is not the greatest first-round drafter.
And he knows that, and he realizes that is a weakness. But what he can do is from day 2 on, he realizes he can find those gems.
Yeah, he's the meat and potatoes.
3rd, 4th, and 5th round. Where do you think you found Matt Milano? Where do you think you found some of these kids? You found Dawson Knox. You didn't have a tight end.
Meat and potatoes, Marcus. Marcus, what's missing with all that meat and potatoes? You can do all that cooking, meat and potatoes. What's missing with that? The ring. The ring. Moving on, y'all.
I think that's a coaching issue, personally, but we won't get into that today.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Russell K, this is for you first. You first, my guy. Athletes we need to see win a championship before they retire. By the way, and if you
man, that's a no-brainer. That's got to be Josh Allen. I mean, come on, Josh Allen. You heard Marcus say they're on an 8-year plan, and you got a franchise quarterback it's gotten close, but no cigar. So for me, it's got to be Josh Allen. I mean, come on.
All right. With that being said, you are watching the Monday Night Madness show. If you're just tuning in, if you missed the first half, you want to go back and watch it. Very entertaining, very funny, very enlightening. Go back and watch it right now. Real quick, I need this fast and in a hurry. Which one the most?
Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid. He's got the least amount of time other than Damian Lillard, but Damian Lillard's never going to get a ring. And that's just one of those things. He's going to be like just one of those guys. It doesn't happen for him. He's going to be like the Dan Marino of the NBA. He had a great career. Might be a Hall of Famer based on what class he gets in and how long it takes him. But Connor McDavid's got a little window, and he was drafted 1 overall. He's played some amazing hockey. He's setting records. He's doing things. I think Connor McDavid's there. Josh Allen's like 2, Lamar Jackson 3. Like, that's where we're at.
And see, the person on this list that I think really needs it, I just don't see him getting it. I think it's Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow needs one too.
Right.
I think that for him to go there, the thing about it is for him to go to the Super Bowl and lose like the way that he did. I think if Joe Burrow were to get back, now I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I think Joe Burrow really needs it too.
Oh, by the way, quick stat. I'll throw a quick stat out for you. Quarterbacks that have lost in their first Super Bowl and gone back, they are 0 ever.
Yeah, Dan
Marino.
0
ever. They have never won one if you didn't go in the first time and win. You were 0.
All right. With that being said, Ofer, we got a lot of Ofers. Obviously, all of them are Ofers on this list. But Russell Westbrook is a short shot Hall of Famer. Even if he doesn't win the championship, Mike Trout is a short shot Hall of Famer. Lamar Jackson, short shot Hall of Famer. Josh Allen, short shot Hall of Famer. Aaron Judge, short shot Hall of Famer.
Josh Allen is not a Hall of Famer right now.
Not yet.
Josh
Allen is Lamar Jackson. Neither is Lamar Jackson.
Josh Allen's it.
They will be.
Lamar Jackson. You tell me another 2-time MVP who's not in the Hall of Fame. Josh Allen is not. Josh Allen is not a first ballot Hall of Fame.
No, I didn't say first ballot. Whoa. I said Hall of Famer. I didn't say first.
He's not a Hall of Famer right now. He's not a Hall
Josh
of Famer.
Allen will be when he's done with his career. He will be a Hall of Famer.
Okay, that's potential. That's potential. We thought that Russell Westbrook was a sure bet.
Russell Westbrook is a sure shot Hall of Famer.
No.
Yes,
no,
absolutely.
No, I disagree.
You are out of your rabbit mind if you think Russell Westbrook is not a sure shot Hall of Famer. NBA
He's a stat patter. He's a stat patter. He's a stat patter. That's what he is. Mr. Triple Double who can't win.
We can only talk about what he's done. We cannot talk about feelings or
this man played with Kevin Durant. He played with Kevin Durant
and James Harden, who's on this list.
James Harden ain't won nothing.
He ain't all the Famer. They're crazy. They're wild. It's okay. I'm not letting these two. I'm not letting the bobblehead crew over here tell me that they not. Yes, I'm not listening to that.
James Harden and Chris Paul ain't Hall of Famers either. I'll say that right now.
Crazy. You are out of your mind. What are you talking about, sir?
See, the thing about it is
James Harden's a choke artist. He shows up in the playoffs and he's a choke artist, and that's going to be his downfall. That's what it is. Them's his facts.
Fix his hat. Fix his hat on the bobblehead. Fix his hat. It's coming off. It's coming off. But Chris Paul is more of a sure shot Hall of Famer than Russell Westbrook. Are you out of your mind? Yeah.
The thing with people get the.
Can I just ask him a quick question? Let's see his basketball acumen. Don't be. I told you don't come on the show and be Shannon Sharp. I told you don't do the Shannon Sharp stuff. Where would you rank Chris Paul amongst the greatest point guards of all time? Rank them and tell me Chris Paul ain't in your top 5.
He ain't.
What? Oh, yo, you're
all time?
And top 5?
All time?
Top 5 all time?
Y'all fucking what? Hold on.
I'll give you my top 5. I'll give you my top 5 and Chris Paul ain't in it.
Hold on.
Magic.
Hall of Fame.
Who?
Magic. Wow. Isaiah Thomas. Is Steph Curry considered? Steph Curry considered? Steph Curry.
I don't even know.
John Stockton.
Yep.
Did we forget about John Stockton?
Hold on. Callers. Yes, I know. Callers, don't say nothing. Yeah, I know. Jay Renard, don't say nothing. Shh. Go ahead and continue. Yes. Go ahead and continue. Go ahead and continue, because I'm telling you right now.
Okay, you just said top five. You just said top five. Magic Johnson. Is everybody cool with Magic Johnson? Can we agree?
Yes.
That? Isaiah Thomas.
Yes.
Steph Curry.
Yes, yes, Steph Curry.
Stephen Curry is a combo guard. I don't know if we really.
He's listed as a point guard.
On his thing,
Yes.
he's considered
Yes.
a point guard.
Yes.
John Stockton.
Yes. Yes.
Chris Paul is better than John Stockton.
No, he's not. Stop.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
he is.
Stop.
Yes, he is.
Yes,
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
How
Yes,
about
he
Allen
is.
Iverson? He better than AI?
Allen Iverson is technically a shooting guard, sir. Get your
He's
facts
listed as
right.
point guard.
He's a shooting guard, sir. You're
have
telling
a-
somebody who literally played and coached. He's
How about
literally
Tony Parker?
a shooting guard.
He better than
sir.
Tony Parker?
He's a combo guard, huh?
He better than Tony Parker?
Yes.
Tony
I
Parker
know
was
damn well
rolling.
you
him.
ain't just mentioned Tony Parker. Did
Chris
you just say
Paul,
Tony
Chris
Parker?
Paul ain't even the best point guard from
Sir,
the Spurs
sir.
era.
Hold on. We about to play around the horn, and I'm about to mute your mic for saying Tony Parker. Are you out of your mind? What did you? William?
And again, you got guys like Bob Cousy, Frazier. Come on, stop.
William,
got so
I'm about
many
to
other
mute your mic if you ever say Tony Parker ever again.
You know what? I'm about to go watch.
No. See, you making people run off the damn call line.
I'm not
Good. Get him off.
Tony Parker. Tony Parker was a player.
What?
He was the quarterback of a very, very awesome team with some dogs on. Ginobili was a dog. Probably one of the underrated dogs that played in the league with Ginobili.
Yes.
Obviously, Mr. Fundamental, Tim Duncan speaks for itself. Yeah. AI carried a team that, unless you know basketball, you can't say who else is on the team with AI.
Oh, I can. They had Eric Snow. They had Larry
Eric Snow.
Hughes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you just say Eric Snow with respect?
Don't know.
But he was asking if we knew who was on that roster. Yeah, we knew who was on the roster. We didn't care.
Basketball. They know AI and everybody else. Yep. And he took
The
them to
glove?
the final.
What about the glove?
No. Yeah, the shit. Kobe and
Okay.
Shaq
So,
in their prime.
all right. So watch this. So watch this.
No, I'm going to bed.
Watch this. I'll take. Hold on.
Even
Even if you pick 5 over Chris Paul, that's fine and dandy. I will take that. Fine and dandy. But me personally, what I've seen, Chris Paul is literally nicknamed the floor god, the floor general for a reason. When you get nicknames, you know how you get nicknames in football? He literally has a nickname for a reason.
You can take that
Chris
nickname outside the top 10 personally.
Okay.
Will surely, hold on. Chris Paul will surely be a Hall of Famer. There's no way in hell you could tell me Chris Paul not being a Hall of Famer with the career he's had. No way. Russell Westbrook.
First ballot.
I wouldn't say first ballot, only because, and the only reason is because you got offers on here, according to William Richter, the offers. He got the offers on here. When you're an offer, that kind of that puts you in a different twilight zone in basketball. I ain't gonna hold you, but it's not as bad as football. Football is tough. I ain't gonna lie to you. Football is tough. You want to talk about getting in the Hall of Fame? It's tough to get in a Hall of Fame in football. It's not as tough to get in the Hall of Fame in basketball.
Yeah, because you only got 12 guys on the team, you know?
Correct. It's not. That's the whole point. That's why I'm trying to tell you, it's not for the fact that you might not be right if this was football, but this is basketball. Russell Westbrook is a Hall of Famer, guaranteed. He's historic in the books. He's historically in the books. He has a MVP. Sir, he has MVP. He averaged a triple-double for an entire season. History books, folks. He's literally been on championship finals teams. History books. Chris Paul.
And Russell Westbrook is collapsed.
Just
like James Harden did in the playoffs. Collapsed.
Okay,
again,
but he, I mean, he had to get him there. Because if we're just saying just because you haven't
telling
won,
me James Harden, so wait a minute, you telling me James Harden not getting in the Hall of Fame? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
James Harden will definitely be in the Hall
You're
of Fame.
tripping. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You're
James
tripping.
Harden.
You're tripping, bro.
I like James Harden better than I do. I like James Harden better than I do Russell.
Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. And this is an unpopular opinion, but I guarantee you people will respect it. Out of all the basketball players on this list, Damian Lillard might be the argument that you want to argue with, because his teams have never been close.
Well, they never put a roster around him. That was the problem. That Portland squad never put anybody around him. And anybody they did, they fell apart and collapsed. Like, it's a one-man show. Whereas Russell played on a super team. James Harden played on a super team. Chris Paul's played on a couple of super teams.
I need you to go back. I need you to watch this.
Damian Lillard honestly has a better.
I need you to go back and look at Portland's roster. I need you to go back and look at Portland's roster when he had
some of those horrible ass rosters with Greg Odens and fucking all those trash players.
Greg Oden is trash. I don't even know why we mentioned him.
But I'm just saying. But that's what they've had on their rosters the whole time. It's been him and one of the. It was him and the
Damian
other
Lillard asked me a question, and Damian Lillard's probably getting it. Marcus, go ahead, Marcus Aaron, real quick.
Now go ahead. I was just saying I'm gonna have to cut off real quick, but I'm gonna call right back. So look for my number in about 10 minutes.
I got you. I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, again, Damian Lillard
got a better case because he's the one that carried those teams to 40 to 45 wins a year.
I don't think he's got the case. I don't think he's got the
winning 45 games a year on his own. He was doing what Allen Iverson was doing.
Football. This is not football. This is not football. This is not Dan Marino. You carried your team. I'm telling you right now, out of all of those players, he has the least case as a Hall of Famer. I'm telling you right now.
See, I think
and you go put that on Facebook right now. If you put all those players on the Facebook, it said who has the least argument to make the MVP, they're going to tell you it's Dame Lillard.
And I'm going to tell you, and I'll also say this too. A lot of people, for most of his career, didn't get to see Dame Lillard play because he played with Portland.
Yep.
And that's and let's keep it above. There's this.
I love Ramona. Hold on. I love Ramona's 5. She said Magic, Stockton, Robertson, Thomas, and Stephen Curry. I do like that 5. That's why I said even if you pick 5, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm picking the older guys only because.
But you got Jerry West, the guy who created the logo.
Who looked
you
like
got the logo up there. Like, where's the logo pushing at?
Was Jerry West a point guard?
Yep.
Jerry West was a point guard.
He was a point guard.
You got the logo. You got the logo made after you.
Jerry West also was 1-8 in finals. Let's not go there. Jerry West was also 1-8 in finals, sir. You want to keep that.
Yeah,
but did you say if you have a nickname that kind of gives you a little bit more credibility? The logo, that's not a good nickname.
No, he is the logo. There's no nickname. He is the logo.
Hold on, time out now. Time out. I get that Jerry West was the logo, but let me ask y'all real quick a question out there for those viewers out there. How many other players should really be the logo besides Jerry West?
Oh, one other. One other.
Are you tripping?
And his name is Michael Jordan, and it should be the Air Jordan, and that's it.
Oh my God.
If anybody else would be on that list, it'd be Kobe, and that would be it. Kobe would be like 1B if Michael said, "No, I don't want to."
Listen, William, off the Richter scale today. You are really off the Richter scale today. I'm gonna let you live on that, sir. We go. Okay. My pick is all of them need to. I don't see one in particular who definitely need one before they retire. I don't. Lamar Jackson is in a bigger city, plays for a bigger fan base than Buffalo. And obviously last year when you was watching, Lamar Jackson is one they were talking about more than Josh Allen needing the Super Bowl. Let's be honest about this shit. I'm not about to sit here just because I'm from Buffalo and be like, oh, it's Josh Allen. Nope, not going to do that. Yeah, all of them need it. This is a good list, though. I do like the list. That's why I put it up. I do like the list. You got to think about it. And it got some great conversation, too. Again, you watching Monday Night Madness. The madness is real around here. Speaking of madness, Marcus the Alphabet. Sir, I'm going to tell you this earlier, and I'm going to tell you this now. I'm on Texas ass again, sir. I'm on Texas ass again. I am on Texas's ass again. You remember a while ago when I said Tex ass? Remember I put that out there a while ago, and I was being funny. He was like, Texas. No, I'm on Texas ass again for this damn women's basketball damn bracket in which Marcus the Alphabet, even if you watch a little bit, if we do that NCAA women's basketball, do that, you know, and even if we did that, Russell K and everybody that's tuned in, Texas is a better number one than USC. Texas is a better number one.
You just like Juju Buns. That's all. You just like
Juju Buns. I do not listen. That sounds wrong. I do not like Juju Buns.
You like Juju Buns and you like Juju's Buns. That's the only reason you say that.
Marcus, I cannot with you. Listen, USC is definitely a better number one than Texas. I'm not understanding that. The South Carolina is a better number one. UCLA, Lord have mercy, you got beat twice. Okay, I love how they giving you this. We're trying to give you the Kansas City Chiefs allure. Well, you know, they beat UCLA twice in the regular season, but lost in the Big Ten championship. So that means UCLA should be number one, a better number one than USC. No, wrong. I do not believe in that whatsoever, because anybody who watched the game would know USC was undermanned that night when they played UCLA. Again, I'm not going to take away what UCLA did, but they're not the number one overall seed over South Carolina. Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? South Carolina would destroy UCLA. And I'm telling you right now, this is a great bracket, by the way. You got UConn. They better than UConn? UConn is the number one on here, too. They better than UConn? I can't even believe the injustice that we've seen in this bracket, putting UConn and USC in the same bracket. Marcus, you know what that is. You ain't getting no Paige Becker's Juju Buns final, in which, you know, we all wanted that. We all wanted to see that. We all want to see Juju Buns and Paige Becker's in the final. And they made sure that the possibility of that ain't happening because they're in the same side of the bracket. I think that is corny of the committee. We know why you did that, quiet as kept. I don't want to get into none of that DEI conversation stuff. I don't want to get into that stuff, okay? But we know why you did it. Now, Texas, damn Texas. Marcus, it's your fault.
You better stop messing with Texas, man. Don't you know that's our state logo? Don't mess with Texas. Don't you know that?
This is your fault. It's your fault, Marcus. Getting back to what is real quick. Then we're gonna end the show. Shay, what's good? Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Russell K. All right, buddy. I'll see you in a minute, buddy. Be right back. Okay. I see you. All right. Call line is still open. I know the callers are still on here. Jay Renat is hilarious. He had me rolling. Deborah Beatty, shout out to you as well for tuning into the show. Jay Renat, shout out to you. Thank you very much for calling in. Even though you didn't say much, I was waiting for you to say something else too. Ranking first round picks by the year, Marcus the Alphabet. Ooh-wee. Agree with this list or no?
Ah, man. can't have a tight end at number 2, but he was more dominant in his position. I get it. I probably would put Jarrett Verse over Brock Bowers. I probably would put him over Brock Bowers. And I think you got to move Bo Nix up too. I would put Bo Nix above Joe Alt. And I like Joe Alt. Might have been the best offensive lineman in there. I got to move Jarrett Verse up. What I saw him do last year, and winning the defensive rookie of the year, I think that's got to, offensive rookie of the year, defensive rookie of the year. I got to put Jarrett Verse at 2. I got to put him over Brock Bowers. Well, besides that, I don't have too much of a problem with 2024. 2023. I like that. Jahmyr Gibbs he's incredible, man. You asked me, me and you, we were talking offline a few weeks back, and you asked me about who's going to be. Is there any 10,000-yard backs left in the NFL? Is there anyone coming up in there? And I think Jahmyr Gibbs has an opportunity to do that. I think he's got an opportunity to do that. I think Bijan's got an opportunity to do it too. I would move Will Anderson Jr. ahead of Christian Gonzalez because his rookie season, he got hurt. So I got to put Will Anderson Jr. up there. I would actually put Devon Witherspoon above Christian Gonzalez too. Bryce Young, rookie season, I would put him last. He had a terrible rookie season. I think Bryce Young would have to be last on that list there. So, yeah, I mean, just a couple little minor adjustments there.
All right, 2024, I agree with the number 1 pick. Number 2 would have to move down. My long lost cousin, Jarrett Verse, would have to go up at number 2.
Yeah, he was.
Quinyon Mitchell would have to be number 3. I'm even putting Quinyon Mitchell over Brock Bowers for the simple fact that as a rookie, he did a phenomenal job for the Philadelphia Eagles, solidifying that other side and won the Super Bowl. Phenomenal job by him. 3. Brock Bowers could be number 4. Brian Thomas Jr. could come down. He could come down. Malik Neighbors, I'm putting him over Brian Thomas Jr. Because of the quarterback who he playing with. If he was playing with Dookie, with the Dookie Jaguars quarterback, he would have had even better numbers probably. Just because the Giants quarterbacks, whatever. Joe Alt can stay where he's at. Drake May got to move down. Caleb Williams got to move down too. One of those two are last. Bo Nix is going in front of both of those quarterbacks.
I agree.
That's crazy to me. A guy who made the playoffs and was I think he was like number 5 or 6 in passing this year as a rookie overall. Bo Nix.
I thought for offensive rookie of the year, I had Bo Nix right behind Jaden Daniels. If Jaden Daniels didn't have such a great year, I would have had Bo Nix as my.
You would have ended up putting. Now you want to talk about draft picks going from 10 to 1 or 30 to 11. Bo Nix very well could have been from
a top 5.
A top 5. Yeah, he could have been number 1 right now on this list. But I'm taking him and I'm moving him up just because. And I might move him up over Malik Neighbors too, because Malik Neighbors nor Brian Thomas made any.
Brian Thomas was top 5 in receiving yards, sir.
Nice. He was top 5 in receiving yards. That's nice. What position is harder to play, quarterback or wide receiver? I would say quarterback as a rookie.
Yes,
okay. So I'm putting quarterback up over, and he made the playoffs. Bo Nix did. Made the playoffs. Yeah, I'm putting them up there in a tougher division, by the way, too. I could keep making, All right. So he's going up over there. I'm putting Bo Nix in the top 5, actually.
Okay.
He could be number 5. He could be number 5, right behind Brock Bowers at 4. CJ Stroud number 1, Jahmyr Gibbs 2, Jalen Carter 3, Bijan 4, Will Anderson 5, Christian Gonzalez would go to 7. Move Weatherspoon up to move Zay Flowers and Jackson and Jigba Smith. move both of them up. I'm putting both of them over Weatherspoon and Gonzalez. You can put Weatherspoon over Gonzalez, and then you can have Bryce Young at the bottom where he belongs.
Like I said, where he belongs. Where he belongs.
Say
it again for the people in the back. Where he belongs. His rookie season was terrible.
Right. I mean, he got better at the end of last
season.
Not
all his fault. Not all his fault, but his rookie season was not that good. It was not that good. So
no, it wasn't. Not at all.
We got to start doing Monday Night Madness more on more regular.
Yeah, we got it back. We've been doing it every week except for Monday Night Raw week. But we back. We're gonna be back on this thing, and I like to. Now, with that being said, the Miami Dolphins did a lot of pumping up yardage last year, 498 yards, 490.7 yards per game, almost 500 yards of offense. And
Miami Dolphins equal Cincinnati Bengals, put up a whole bunch of yards and points and lose the game. Congratulations. You got the highest paid offensive trio in the league, and you're going to miss the playoffs, like you said, Torch. So, hey.
They're in the playoffs again this year, too.
Yeah. So, congratulations.
So, okay. So, Marcus, real quick, way too early playoff picks, real fast, before we head on out.
AFC, I got Bills, Ravens. I'm going to go with the division. Bills, Ravens, Chargers, Texans. That's 4. Chiefs and a wild card, Chiefs. Broncos. AFC. Damn, I got 3 teams coming from the West. Chiefs, Broncos, and
Chargers.
I had the Chargers winning the division. So for my wild card, I'm going Chiefs, Broncos, Bengals.
Oh, you got
I'm trying to think. So I got the 3 teams coming out of the West.
Mm-hmm.
So that leaves. So I'm 2 of those wild card spots are West teams, Chiefs, Broncos, and then for my third team, my third wild card team, it's going to be a team out of the AFC North. I don't think it's going to be. Well, I guess I'll say Steelers because the Steelers make it every year.
Yep, Pittsburgh.
Chiefs, Broncos, Steelers. On the NFC side, I'm going to go Eagles.
Womp, womp. Go ahead.
Eagles, Falcons, Rams.
Watch out now. Go ahead and say my team. Go ahead and say them. Go ahead and say them. You know you want to say them. They're taking back over the division this year. Detroit, the
Packers.
Yeah,
that's my 4. That's my 4 division cats, and then I'm going to say Commanders. Commanders, Lions, Bears.
What? Oh, you in this damn Bears thing.
Commanders, Lions, Bears.
Marcus, you've been talking to Devon Stanfield or you've been talking to Ian Kelly.
I'm telling you, I like what the Bears. Look, I like what the Bears are doing. I'm giving them their props. Look, I don't just give credit for credit's sake. I give credit where it's due. But I'm not going to congratulate a fish for swimming or a bird for flying. I'm going to give credit where credit's due. I think the Chicago
in that other spot. I don't know why you said Chicago, but okay, I got you.
Well, I think the South is only sending one team. I think the West is only sending one.
So wait a minute. You think the North is sending how many teams?
What did I say? I said you're sending 3 teams.
Oh, 3. So what's the team that's going to be missing?
The Vikings.
Minnesota, Detroit. Oh, the Vikings. You think the Vikings coming back to being doo-doo again?
I just think putting JJ McCarthy out there with no plan. I thought that was now. Ask me this again, because we keep hearing maybe Aaron Rodgers to the Vikings. Now ask me this again if the Vikings get Aaron Rodgers. Ask me this again.
I done told you if you go to the Vikings. Okay.
Now, if Aaron Rodgers goes to the Vikings, then ask me this question again. I have a different answer for you. Ask me this again. If Aaron Rodgers goes there, and I'll give you a different answer. But as of right now, as presently constructed, I don't think that JJ McCarthy coming off of a torn ACL is going to be able to take the Vikings anywhere. And I understand, they've improved their offensive and defensive line, but quarterback. I think. Now, do I think JJ McCarthy is going to be okay? Yes, I think down the road. If I will tell you what though, I saw something today. Nick Wright said this today on First Things First, I think it was, and he said, if I'm the Chargers, I call the Vikings and tell them to give me JJ McCarthy in your first round pick. And some other things for Justin Herbert. And I was kind of like, yeah, that's kind of interesting. I don't know how they could move off of that contract though. But I think Jim Harbaugh could get the most out of JJ McCarthy if he put him in that system. And then you're not paying a quarterback. You could put more things around them. So I don't know.
Hold on, Marcus. Here we go again with the whole Minnesota's first round pick is at the bottom of the round.
I'm saying you would have to give me a few things. You would have to give me.
You would give me more than that late first rounder.
Yeah, you got to give me. If I were them, I'd probably be looking at. I need Jordan Addison. I need Jordan
Herbert is a 2 first round player.
Yeah, he is. You're right, and you're right. It would be a king's ransom. You'd have to get, but that's kind of. But if anybody could make something work, I think it would be Harbaugh. I think Harbaugh could take a quarterback, and I think he could do enough. And then, like I said, with the money that you're not paying Herbert, I think you could just put an all-world team around whoever. And I think within 2 years, I think that the Chargers would take over the division. Because that's how much I have a lot of faith in Jim Harbaugh.
Khaki pants, that's good.
Khaki pants, pretty good.
I tell you what, if Aaron Rodgers goes to Minnesota or Pittsburgh, I'll be playing this as their theme song. Because they'll be calling again.
Yeah.
Yep. They'll be calling. Now, with that being said, quick announcement. This has been a really good show. That's my announcement. I know a lot of people was waiting for an announcement. I'm actually going to save the announcement until I do my second test show. I'm going to save it, but I just gave you a hint on what it's going to be. Now, with that being said, this has been Monday Night Madness. We've been on for 2 hours. I know Marcus the Alphabet always be talking about, it's 1 hour show. And then they end up being 2 hours because we talk sports around here. All right. It's been real. It's been fun. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. I enjoyed this Monday Night Madness. I enjoyed it. It was a phenomenal show. A great show. Appreciate y'all. Marcus.
Everybody who comes through, man. We appreciate you, man. We're trying to really grow this. We really enjoy this sitting up talking sports with you guys. You know, look, I know some of the debates, they get a little bit heated, but it's nothing but love. That's just the way that we do. You know, everyone is welcome here. Your opinion is valued. We laugh and we joke and stuff like that, but we respect everybody who comes through. People who show love and support for everything. We appreciate you, man. We appreciate. This is the way me and Dre talk. This when we're just talking to each other, and to have y'all in here with us having a conversation like this, it's a thrill. I have a lot of fun doing this. So make sure y'all tune in to Alphabets Football Show Coffee Talk. I'm doing these generally now, especially with the with everything that's going on with free agency. I usually go live about 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That's usually when I do it. So hop into there. I talk a little bit of football, a little bit of life. We have some life lessons and stuff like that. And then April the 4th, Alphabets Football Show, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Friday night, mock draft shows, 3-part mock draft show, picks 1 through 10, 11 through 21, 22 through 32. April the 4th, April the 11th, and April the, what would that be? 18th. The 18th. We'll have our 3-part show on Friday night. So make sure y'all do that. Get y'all's mock drafts in, and we have a competition every year. Whoever gets the most right in their first round mock draft, I'll send you an Alphabets Football Show Rise Up Family t-shirt. So do that. I'll shoot that to you. Your favorite team color, I'll shoot that to you. So we appreciate y'all.
Come on, man. How you gonna leave me hanging like this? I'm waiting for it. 2 words.
It's been real. It's been fun. See ya.
Just